So these are things you can do if you work with estate agents, if they bring you deals, if you prove your credibility. But a lot of people say to me, David, it's all right for you, you've been doing it a long time, and you know what you're doing, and you've got credit, and you've got all these investors, and it doesn't work for me. It's not, I've been into estate agents, and I come out with nothing. And I go and do viewings, but nothing happens. And when I do make offers, I can't get the discounts that I need. And I don't get offered the best deals because they give them to all their friends. And I'm here to tell you it's not actually like that. If you follow our system, you look for the right house. So many of our colleagues in the industry go in to an estate agent and say, all these properties on board, what, have you got anything that's 20% below market value? That's not going to work. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a type of property, mortgage issues, title issues, whatever it is. Those are the deals that are going to have the value in. If you've got an exit, estate agents will bring you deals, right? The most important thing tomorrow, and when I said that you can go and start tomorrow, the most important thing is you need to know what you're going to do with the house if you get a deal. There's a story about a little doggy that used to chase cars, and he used to chase all the cars, but if he caught a car, what is he going to do with it? He doesn't know. So don't be like the little doggy. Make sure you know what you're going to do with your deal when you catch your deal. That's absolutely key. And I had to go through all this. I mean, I'm 11 years into this now, but I had to go through the pain of starting out, of being the newbie, of walking into an estate agent's office. And in 2004, we started working in Manchester, and we wanted to buy houses. And the exit was ourselves. We were buying ourselves at that point. And we went into, I remember, APS estate agents in Ashton-under-Lyne, and they're not there anymore now. Casualty of 2008, 9, 10. But there was a lady her desk was like sentry duty at the front. And we went in and we explained we were sudden investors, we wanted to buy. And she said, no, I haven't got anything for you. And I said, fine, okay. Well, can I leave my business card? Can I leave my phone number? And maybe you ring me if anything comes in. And she said, no, I don't really want to do that. I thought, wow, the training here is a little bit challenging. I said, why wouldn't you ring me if I'm looking for a deal? She said to me, when you sit in this desk, you have this conversation with people like you, guys like you, 15 times a day. She said, I've got a drawer full of business cards here. He said, I'm never going to get to your card. You know, I've got people way in front of the queue. So we heard that and moved on. And you're going to hear that and you might move on as well. But we kept going back. So the following week we went back and there was still nothing. And the week after we went back, there was nothing. The week after, it was a horrible day. It was cold and dark and sleeting and miserable as only Manchester can be. And we fought our way into the office. And she looked at us again with her head just cocked a little bit to one side and said, I'm not going to get rid of you two, am I? And, no, you're not. We really want to do this. She said, I don't know. I haven't got anything for you. Would you like a brew? Now, for those of you who are not aware, if you're in the northwest of England and a woman offers you a brew, in some towns that's almost like a proposal of marriage. So I knew that we were making progress, and the answer has to be yes, please. White with no sugar. That's great, thank you. And she went off, and there was a lot of clunking and teacups and stuff, and back she came. And before she sat down and said, look, I've had this house in, I've done nothing with it, it's coming over the weekend, I haven't typed it up. If you tell me you're going to buy it, I'll take you and do a viewing. I said, what do you mean? I said, well, I want to know if you're going to buy it. I'm not messing around with you guys. If you're going to buy it, you can go and have a look. So we said, okay. And we bought the house. And it wasn't the best deal we've ever done, but we bought the house. But what it did was completely change our lives. And you've got to get yourself to this point with estate agents, because it built credibility. And the lady's name is Judy Prest. And Judy now works for us in Manchester. She deals with all our lettings and all our issues, and she's our eyes and ears on the ground. And Judy was well known up and down the road where all the estate agents are. And it allowed us to, A, prove credibility to Judy, and B, go into all the other offices and say, we've just done a deal with Judy Prest, right? Really? Because they know Judy, how tough she is. But she hasn't got any stock at the moment. Have you got anything? And doors opened and people listened, and that's how, baby steps, you start your estate agent sourcing business. Those sort of things will happen if you're persistent. So you've got to build your brand. You've got to be slightly different. And persistence is going to differentiate you from 99% of other people who are trying to do what you're going to try and do. Be professional. Tell them what you are doing. Tell them if there's a particular type of house that you're looking for. For instance, our HMO model in Manchester, we go to estate agents and say, this is what we want to do. Have you got any houses that fit this profile? And there was one old school, tough Manchester estate agent and letting agent all in one, and I've been trying to get deals from him for a little while. And we've done some deals years ago, but nothing recent. And I was telling him about the HMO model, and he said to me, yeah, I understand. And I said, we take it all back to brick. And he said, yeah. I said, Paul, you've got to come and have a look. You've got to give me 5 minutes. And we agreed to meet in a particular location. We had 2 projects going on round the block from each other. One was brand new and one was nearly finished. And he walked in and in 2 minutes from this hardened Manchester property guy, I got 2 wows and this is genius. And then we went over the road to the one that was stripped out, and he walked in and he said, but you've taken it back to brick. And I said, I've told you we take it back to brick. We take it all back to brick. I told you that. He said, yeah, well, people say that and they don't mean it. And he went off, and now he understands what we're doing, and now I'm getting phone calls, and it's really, really cool. So tell them what you're doing. Tell them who the buyer is. If it's you, that's great. If you've got someone else who's going to buy, that's also great. If it's not a cash buyer and your investor needs a mortgage, that's also great. But you have to tell them. You have to tell them up front. Tell them what they're doing so that they can position you and offer you the deals that you need. Give proof of funds to the estate agent. If there's a deal that might be on the table that you viewed that you're really interested in, make sure they've got proof of funds. Now, proof of funds can sometimes be a difficult one because you might not have proof of funds. You might not have a bank statement with whatever it is you need on. But your investor might. Your investor might well have that. And what I tend to do is I get my solicitor to send an email to the estate agent and to tell them that I've known David Siegler for a long time and we've done plenty of deals at this level. And that seems to be sufficient. They seem quite happy with that because after all he's a solicitor. That's good enough for them. Once you've got proof of funds and you made an offer, you have to protect your deal. And the best way to protect your deal is to get it off the market, get a contract issued, somewhere. Even if you don't know where you're going to finish up placing the deal, get a contract issued to you at your solicitor. I get contracts issued in my name to my solicitor. We start the process and then we change the name. Never had a problem with that. Always explain exactly what we're doing, and it's never been a problem. So when's the best time to start your deal sourcing and packaging business, sourcing through estate agents? You've got to start now. You've got to start tomorrow. Get out there tomorrow. But the first thing you need to do is work out your exit. It's absolutely key. And now's a fantastic time to start. Because again, at the recent World Record event, I watched Rob Moore in one of his sessions, and he was talking about the property cycle and where he thinks we are in the property cycle. And the cycle, you'll be aware, is crash, recovery, boom, and then crash again. We've had the crash. We're in recovery. I don't think we're quite in the boom, but that's where we are. The boom's coming, in my opinion. So now's a really cool place to get into the market to start sourcing deals from estate agents. When we get to 2022, 2023, and everyone's piling in, then that's the time to be cautious. But today, get out there, get some deals, talk to estate agents, build your brand, do it now. My name's David Siegler. If I can be any help to any of you watching, please contact me. I'm on the Progressive Forum. I'll be delighted to help. That's my call to action to you. Get out and do it. If you need any help, give me a call. Thank you.